back with a new inheritance episode. I know it's long overdue. I haven't done this in a long time, but let's get back to where we started. Okay, so I guess we were back at the hospital after a tough day at work. And I know the drama is not going to end here, so let's see what happens at the hospital with our daddy theorist. After a long day of corporate drama, you go to visit your father in the hospital. Yay. You think maybe you can steal a brief moment alone, update him on your day's wins? That's not in our part of the deal. We don't get that lucky. Dante, Sabrina, didn't expect you here. Of course they're here. Ronnie, glad you made it. I was just telling Dad about the new tax legislation. Yay! Oh, fun. So fun. Well, I wouldn't expect you to understand the importance of working for the governor, but you hold up a hand stopping his rant. Please, I have had enough. I've dealt with way too much today. I don't want to hear it. Dante, can't you see we're all bored to tears? We get it. You're important. Yes. Second, do you? Because I don't think you were at the last fundraiser ball. Why would I go there to just look at you? We get it. You're important. You are important. You are important. You are important. Ha! Shut up, Sabrina. I don't think you are privy to the governor's personal schedule. We get it. You're important. Okay, Ronnie, give it a rest. Theo just ignores you both and turns back to your sister. You were saying, Pumpkin? Oh, right. So it's everywhere. One date with Pete Sinclair at the Rosebud Festival, and we are totally breaking the internet. Wow. Your father smiles indulgently and you roll your eyes. Sabrina, don't you ever go to class? Or do me a favor and don't get knocked up? First, sorry. Of course. I mean, when I want to see guys there. Wow. Last I checked, you were a student at a prestigious university. An expensive university. Got any stories about that? Or is it just an expensive singles club? Jealous? I think you might be. What is going on? Your father chuckles, forever charmed by Sabrina's antics, but when she and Dante are both done regling him, and he's done indulging them, he turns to you, expectant. You expect something from me? Well, since it's show and tell, I took care of the court case or put some big fires at work today. First, the case should close without costing Vitality a cent and got all the mistresses to sign NDAs. How many mistresses are there? The whole thing should be a slam dunk. You wait for some of that praise to finally be lobbed your way, but the room is silent. Oh. I expected that. Not even the same passing acknowledgement your sister got simply for going on a date. Seriously? Nothing? Ugh. I also took care of a burgeoning warehouse rebellion. You were right, Dad. There really is nothing that can't be taken care of with cash. They were talking about striking, but I promised them a retreat and they absolutely ate it up. Still, no response from your father. In fact, his only reaction is to grow increasingly red in the face. You're mad at me? And then the machines start beeping until they're practically screaming. What is going on? The hospital staff comes running and you feel your chest pinch. Dad? What is it? How could you let those things spiral out of control? Excuse me? There shouldn't have been issues like this in the first place. Not if you were doing your job. Dude! Cut me some slack here. I'm actually fixing things. They're just going on dates and talking about how important they are. You suddenly feel 2 inches tall, just as you have your whole life. Forget it. I know putting you in charge of things was a mistake. You can't be trusted with real responsibility. Oh, really? I'm putting Dante in charge of the new product launch. Sure, fine. You know what? Fine, do it. And Sabrina in charge of the court case. Sabrina, the girl who goes to university just to date guys? You're gonna put her in charge of a court trial? Are you in your senses? What? And what about me? What am I supposed to do? Maybe I should go on those dates and cut some slack. Don't worry, you can still plan your expensive ass retreat. He's trying to rile me up, isn't he? I feel like this is purposeful. I'll just reach in my pocket and offer up allowance for this useless bullshit, same way I did when you were a kid. Okay. Your face flames with shame, and your instinct is to keep your mouth shut and take it, just as you always do. It's bad enough to be dressed down in front of this little audience, but then out of the corner of your eye you see... Is Sabrina recording this? What the hell? Girl, you are pushing my buttons way too much. The look in your father's eye dares you to speak, and just like that, you can no longer be silent. Let him have it. He's underestimating me for the last time. Yes, smile. Go ahead. You're severely underestimating me and my thought process. The company retreat isn't a childish whim. It's a way to hear the employees out before their concerns start to affect Vitality's bottom line. Theo's expression simmers with anger, but he lets you speak without interruption. Thank you for that. I'll remind you, they're striking over unfair working conditions. Conditions you set. Do you think you represent the everyman? That any of them don't look at you as part of the 1%? They're fighting back against rules you set, not me. So if anyone here doesn't know what they're doing, I can't believe your gall. Oh, I have plenty of it. Have you forgotten that the company you're shitting on put food in your ungrateful mouth and clothes on your traitorous back? He stepped forward, steadily meeting his gaze. I am grateful, but that doesn't mean I can't critique it, or there's always room for improvement. Vitality could be so much more than this. So much better. You could see that if you weren't so stuck in your ways. Oh, he's a boomer. Okay. Is that so? What? Since Vitality is clearly not good enough for you as it is, tell me one thing that needs fixing. Was that rhetorical? It's clear your father has no idea how much you've thought about this, how many times you've considered what plans you'd enact as CEO. Now it's just a matter of prioritizing, now that you've got his ear for a minute. We've got to modernize. Parts of Vitality haven't been updated since its conception. We're lagging behind our competition, and we don't have to be. If I could just sit down with you... Just then your stepmother arrives with James in tow, and her eyes widen when she takes in the sight of your father in a state of rage. Not again. Everyone out. He needs his rest. You, Dante, and Sabrina slink back out into the waiting room. Nice job in there. Really impressive. Yeah, maybe next time you'll get a gold star. Your face burns and you refuse to spare them a glance, pulling at your phone as you hurry down the hall. All your focus is on your number as you dial Trey's number. He picks up almost immediately. Ronnie. Trey, we need to meet and strategize ASAP. It's time to put your bite where your bark is. let's blow off some steam with Trey, because I've had enough of these people and enough of this company. But we're gonna find out how we learn to let loose or strategize in the next episode. I'll see you then. Bye bye.